Hello, everybody. Happy St. Patty's Day. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. Suzanne, hopefully you can see and hear me now. I saw your message. I was actually, truth be told, I was taking a nap, and then I woke up like, oh my gosh, what time is it? So, yeah, so a little afternoon nap, and I was just meaning to lay down for a minute, and then the next thing I knew, I was asleep. So hopefully I'm rested now and ready to go. Um, so I actually had started to plan for this afternoon. I wanted to use some of my goodies that were sent to me by Melody. If you guys remember, she sent me some cute little cutouts. So I thought we would play with those today. And since I really haven't made any Easter cards, I thought we would go ahead and play with my new kit. So hopefully you guys have seen that I did put together a kit. It kind of complemented, or I was inspired by Tim's release. Excuse me, here I'm cleaning my desk. Of his Easter rabbit, but since I don't make a lot of Easter cards, it really just didn't make sense for me to put out the money. So I decided to create my own digital set so we could at least create some digital or some cards using some vintage Easter ads. And then if you guys wanted to I don't know, create some Easter cards, at least you have a somewhat inexpensive kit to play with, right? So let's just jump into it. I did see someone ask, hey Cordelia, I did see Susie is here, Suzanne, of course, welcome, welcome. Tina, let's see, Tina was asking about the card exchange. So the card exchange, our theme this month is going to be the color blue and some sort of water element. So raindrops, ponds, to stomp your feet in. Just something to get us into spring showers, but it doesn't necessarily have to be raindrops, so I didn't want you all to feel like I had to do a raindrop card. But that's going to be our theme, and we're going to exchange all month and into April. So about a month and a half, you guys will have to mail out your cards. This will give you plenty of time to get your spring thinking going on. Hey Robin, I don't think I said hi to you. Mail your card into me, to my P.O. box. My P.O. box is down in the description box. Hopefully you guys have caught on to how we're doing our card exchange each month. And then whoever sends me a card, I will reciprocate with a card back to you with some little goodies as well. So hopefully everyone that participated last month already got their card from me, and hopefully you were happy with it. So if you were, I'd love to see some hearts and some thumbs up. Let me know that you guys got your cards, and hopefully you guys were happy. So let's jump into it. Now don't forget to give me a thumbs up, you guys, before we all forget. Let's get that out of the way so we don't have to worry about that, and then that will help YouTube to decide to promote this video. So if everybody is ready, let's just jump into it. Does that sound good? All right, let's get my overhead camera going here. And let's see. All right. There we go. All right. Hey, Gloria. Nice to see you. All right. So my desk is a little bit of a mess. Isn't that the story of every crafter's life? The question should be, when is your desk not messy? And the answer would be never, because it seems like it's always messy. Last week I shared with you, I think it was last week, the start of this little detective's notebook. And you guys, it came out so cute. Look at this. So I got these little tabs that I added. And I've been decorating this all week. I'll just give you a quick flip through. But look at how cute this came out. So it gave me an idea that I think what I'm going to do, because you can create these little books with any of my kits, really. And probably a lot of what you already have. So I think what I'm going to do going forward is I'm going to create, because this die is discontinued, unfortunately, and I know some people were going to try to find it, but I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to, just because it is discontinued. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some of these little books with just the inserts blank, and then some of the books will just have various little tabs, like you do love, notes is what I did on this one. 5 letters typically what seems to be working if you want to stagger them. But I'm going to put some of these, I think I'm going to do a circus book next. And then I'm going to put just the shell out there, so it would be the finished book with just blank pages, and then you guys can decorate them. But I think I'm going to add that to my shop, because I think this was really, really fun to create. And then maybe what we'll do is one of our lives, you know, give you guys a chance to buy, whoever wants to buy these little blank books, a chance to buy them. And then maybe during one of the lives, see, I even did like many many warrants and whatnot. Robin, you found it. Yeah, that's awesome. I know they're hard to find, and it can be a little expensive too. How much, if you don't mind me, how much did you have to pay for it? But yeah, so I thought I would maybe create some of these little books, put them in the shop with different themes, and then you guys can decorate them, because I had a blast doing this. It came out really, really cute. And it's chunky the way that we like it. So that's what I think I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to do all sorts of themes. I'm going to do Christmas, Halloween, detective, circus, all sorts of themes out there with those little tabs. And I mean, even this little, look at this little die cut from Tim Holtz. So I think that will be a good addition to the shop. So hopefully you guys think so too, because I had a lot of fun decorating this. And of course this probably will end up in the shop, as all my makes do. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And then hopefully you guys saw my video of my railroad journal book. Look at how chunky this is, you guys. It is so chunky. I'm still kind of working on it, because there's some little additions I want to add to it. But for the most part, it's finished. I have to at some point call it done, because I got to start putting the kits together. And I want to get it done because I think I'm going to have surgery in the next couple of months. So still trying to wait on that, but I want to at least get you your kits out before I have my surgery, and at least get those out to you. So hopefully in the next, we're in March, so hopefully early April I'll get these out to you. I know that's probably a little sooner than I normally get my kits out, but I kind of want to get them out and out of the way, just so if you know, I'm recovering, it won't impact me getting the kits together. So 57, that's, yeah, they're a little expensive, but I think it's well worth it. I can't remember what I paid for mine, because I bought mine when it was still you know, not discontinued. So I'm glad you were able to find it, Robin. I think it's a fabulous little book. I think it's well worth the money, because I use mine a lot, and like I said, you can create all sorts of themes with it. So since you also have the Detective Notebook digital kit, then you'll be able to at least start on a detective notebook. So great, awesome. I'm glad you found it. All right, so let's get into our Easter cards. So I've been playing with my kit. Let me go ahead and show you what was in the kit first, and then we can jump into it. So the kit's called Vintage Easter Ads, I think is what it was called. And the kit has, I got some of my pastel paper out. The kit has some great black and white backgrounds that you can create with. And it also has, excuse me, has some wonderful pastels as well. Hopefully that light will cooperate with us. It's got some great pastels, and I use this Easter bunny, and then I also turned them into a black and white image. And then on this one I did a background with a newspaper. So just kind of going along with the whole Easter ad. Let's see here. So these are for smaller cards, and then these are for larger 5x7 cards. And then here is a sheet that has the ads that you can cut out the ephemera. So just something really quick that I put together for us to make some cards. And really I wanted to be able to use some of these cutouts that Melody had sent me. I can't wait to play with these. Look at these. These are chipboards, so I'm going to put those aside for another day. But I have some of the Tim Holtz cutouts here. I put it in a little envelope. Hey, Debbie. And I thought we would play with these. So I have all my little pieces together. We'll see what we can do. But that's what I thought we would do today. I don't normally send out Easter cards, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. But that's the plan. All right, all these little pieces here. So let me show you some of my prototypes that I created. So here are a couple of the designed backgrounds. So these types of cards, if you're in a rush, you can just kind of cut, layer, and paste. Just very, very easy. And I just added a little sentiment in there. So if you needed to make some quick Easter cards, this set is great. Just a super, super cute little bunny with his little bow tie. This one, he has his formal tie. And then this is a black and white one. And then I did some stamping, and that's what we're going to do today, is to do some stamping with this set, just to kind of add to it. And then, of course, this is the larger background, and then this is one of the dies that Melody sent me, and I used embossing glaze. I used the antique linen on this one to just add some shine to the bunny, and then I used my walnut stain on the edges. So that's what I thought we would do. Let's see. Oh goodness. So the first thing we gotta do, of course, is cut these out. So let's just do some quick cuts here and get her done. Let's see. So what is everybody doing this fabulous St. Patty's Day? We are making corned beef and cabbage. It actually is in the slow cooker right now. And sometimes I can't cut and talk. So we started that this morning. So we're having that for dinner tonight. This should be really, really good. It's always nice to use the slow cooker, right? Because you can just kind of get up in the morning, set it, and go. You're good to go. So we've been having that going all afternoon. We picked up our new dining table for our house over the weekend. We did that yesterday. So That's exciting. We finally have that. And let's see, just bear with me here. Um, and we're also buying a new. First we were looking at a wood stove, a wood burning stove, and then we decided to go with a pellet stove. And so we actually got a date for that to be um, installed. So, but we had to get the old one out. So my husband's been working on that, getting the old one out, and redoing the bottom where the floor was. We were gonna put tile, but I think he said he's gonna be able to just add more flooring. So that's good. So he's been working on that. Bless his heart. I'm so glad I have a handy husband. Because he's able to do a lot of the handy dandy stuff around the household. So that's always nice. All right, so let me just bear with me. I should have cut these out ahead of time, but I wanted to share with you what the kit looked like. So I'm just doing some cutting around my edges here. I think we'll start with this one because I loved adding all the extras. Let me see here. I should have cut out a bigger one. Let me see what I have here. Yeah. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm actually printing out another page. Behind the scenes. All right. So, yeah, I wanted to do a bigger card, so I wanted to cut out just a little bigger than this if I needed to. All right. You guys don't see that. Your husband thinks he's handy. Yeah, my husband is truly handy, so I'm happy about that. Especially with the house that we're in. Definitely, I wouldn't call it a fixer-upper because it was definitely move-in ready. But I'd call it, what would I call my house? My house needed some TLC, I guess. So he's been painting all the rooms, and just making it nice. I mean, it was livable, but now we're making it our own. So it's nice. Okay, bear with me, guys, while I do all my cutting here. All right, so let's start with these two. Black and white is always fun to work with because, of course, you can add to it, right? See, that needs to be bigger. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add to this. And trying to decide what I'm going to do here. All right. Sometimes if you overthink it, you never get there. So let's just start with this. So what I wanted to do was to use an old set of mine. And you guys might remember this one. This is a favorite of mine called Etc. And I haven't used it in a while, but I thought it would be really fun to use with this one because it's kind of like, these kind of are like ads, I guess. I don't know. I think there's just a lot you can do with this. And a technique that I like to use is where you just kind of partial stamp. So I thought that would be fun. Another way, of course, is you can cut out an extra image and you can layer over this if you want to. But I just kind of did my best to create the background. And then the way that I did this background is I used Paper Artsy. So this is an older set that I have from Paper Artsy. And Seth Apter has some really great stamps. And I used this one here. So this is what I did on this card here. But we'll see. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this one. So all right. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and let's get our background going. And for the background, I mean, I guess I could use a ledger, right? This would be good. Another way that I've done those backgrounds are with these really small stamps. For a while, I was really into these. They're from Finnabar, and they create really great backgrounds as well. So let's actually work with these because I think these really are fun to create backgrounds. So this is the way that I do this is it's very flexible. I don't even take it off its plastic. And then I just hold it. So I'm going to be stamping. Let me make sure I have it right side up here. You might want to test it just to make sure you have it right side up. But I'm going to stamp it just really lightly around like this. So let's just go ahead and ink this up. I should have cut out several of or printed out several of these. But let's just see what we get here. All right. And then I'm going to just lightly add background here. You don't need to have a heavy hand. In fact, you don't want to have a heavy hand, right? Because you're just creating the background. I'm going to see if I can come in closer for you. And just, again, just kind of using part of the stamp set. If you get it on the bunny, it's not the end of the world. But it just kind of gives it some interest. So you can do this with any of these smaller stamps because they're flexible. Like I said, when I got into using these backgrounds, I went out and bought them all. They weren't very expensive at all, but look at what a fun background it creates. And then once you've kind of got your stamping down, then I like to trim it. But I'm going to do a little bit more stamping here before I cut it down. So now that I have my background, let's go ahead and add some silhouette stamps. So let's see here. I think I'm going to stamp on this side. So like that there. Let's see. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there. So has anybody ever done that technique before where you're just partial stamping? I think it creates a really, really great background effect. All right, I'm moving my bunnies. So I'm just partial stamping this. Now you could add ephemera pieces. In fact, if you color the bunny, maybe we'll do that on the next one. Yeah, Gloria, I have asthma. I think I've shared that with you all before, and sometimes I just get a cough that won't go away. I don't feel sick. It's just a cough. So I do apologize for that. And I'm sorry that you have a cough, Gloria, because it is not fun. All right, so that looks pretty good, I think. And then I want to use my 15 cents. So let me, let me wipe this off. I will clean this off with a wet mat, but that'll work for right now. All right, and then this 15 cents actually fits perfectly right under his ear here. All right. So this is an older stamp set of Tim Holtz's. Stampers Anonymous always has their stamps. They never get discontinued. So this is one that I used to use a lot. Haven't used it recently, but happy that I pulled it out and I'm playing with it again. All right, that's pretty good. And then we'll stick this aside and get some paper here to get some of this extra ink off. So one thing that I always forget to do is stamp the extra ink off, and then I always end up with it all over my fingers. All right, so there's that. And then let's go ahead and trim it, and then we'll add the extra stamp that I have. So I always like to trim after I do my stamping, so that way it looks somewhat organic, right? So let's see what I'm going to do here. So I like to layer my cards. So I think I need to go, so that's it. I think I need to go right here. And then it's going to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I need to go one more here, I think. All right, that should be good for my layering. Let's actually test that. So let's, what am I going to use for my background? Let's see. Probably black, I'm thinking. Alright, so yeah, let's go with the black background. So if it's a 4 1/4, I'm going to trim it 4, let's see, by 5 1/4. So 5 1/4, and then 4. So that way I have the white border around the card base. But I still have enough room for layering. I think that's good. Okay, perfect. Boy, that cough. All right, so I want to add some embossing glaze around the edging. So let's see what we got here. I don't even know what I have. Let's see. I don't have all the colors. I never, oh, this one's pretty good. What's this? Hickory Smoke, yeah. I never went out and bought all of the embossing glazes just because, number one, you get so much in these bottles, and I just don't use them enough. So I didn't think it made sense to have full set syndrome on these, but I definitely like them. I just don't use them enough to justify buying the whole set. So what I want to do is just kind of add it to the edging. So let me figure out how I'm going to do that. I think I'll just grab one of these finger daubers. And this is embossing ink. So I'm just going to kind of dab the edges here. And then we're going to just kind of add some edging. Let's see how this turns out. Okay. And I'm sure this is going to make a hot mess, but that's okay, right? Just looking for some scrap paper here. I guess this will work. And then I'm going to just add this on my edging. Now what I like about the embossing glaze is it is translucent, so it's not gonna cover. We're gonna heat emboss this and it's not going to cover it, it's just going to create like a translucent siding for it. And it'll be glossy. Just a little extra. Boy, this is coming out chunky, isn't it? Let's see. Let's add a little bit more there. And then at this point I can just kind of dip it, right? Alright. It's pretty good. I don't want to waste this. Let's close this up so it doesn't, I know, right, Tina? And let's go ahead and dry this. All right. Okay, so kind of curled up on me a little bit. Yeah, the glaze definitely, especially it was kind of chunky. I probably should have shook it first. But yeah, it definitely can go everywhere for sure. Is that lid? Okay. So there's that. And that's pretty dry. Even though it looks wet, it's not. And then I want to come in with my scorched timber. Just to take away some of that whiteness. You'll remember we started out with a just printed white piece of paper. So we're just adding some color to the background here. Just very, very light touch. And by doing this on the edging, it kind of creates a spotlight a little bit. I mean, if you wanted to really create a spotlight, you can you could get a die and cut like an oval or a circle and put the circle over your image to keep that as wide as possible. Um, but I'm just kind of going around the edges here. Okay, and that was with my scorched timber. Thank you, Robin. Every time I use that, lady, I'm thinking of you. All right, so here is the panel. So as you can see, we started out with just a white piece of paper with the rabbit and the ad, and we turned it into a whole background. So I think that came out pretty good. Let's go ahead and add it to our background. And that will be card number 1. So sometimes having just a starter image, and I know I have a few of these in the shop, just having your focal starter image gives you a place to start. Okay, so now we have our paper glued to our cardstock, and we'll just put it aside. And now it's ready to add to a card base. All right. Okay, card number 1. All right, so let's play with the newspaper one. All right, so this also is black and white, you guys. And as a reminder, this set is in the shop, so don't forget to check it out. If you're a Backstage Pass holder, I'm sure you've already downloaded it. I've seen some of y'all downloading it. So it is available to you. All right, so let's play with this one. Now this one on its own is great. I started already with a background for you, but certainly you can add to it, right? That's what we do. Okay, so let me just do a little trim here. And let's see what we can do with this. All right, so let's see what we can do with that shadow. There we go. Okay. So what shall we do with this? Well, we can certainly use the same stamps if we wanted to, but that would be boring, right? Let's see what I have here. So I just pulled out some of my stamp sets that I thought would be interesting. I think these are smaller ones. I don't even remember what this set is called, to be honest with you. But I really liked, see, it has Curiosity, which I think would be fun for a rabbit, right? And then it's got numbers and stars and a clock. So if you guys are familiar with Alice in Wonderland, that kind of is the theme, right? So let's see what we can do here. I printed out another one as well because this will be a 5x7, so maybe we'll do both of them. All right, so I'll do for now. So so maybe I'll do the curiosity on this one, and then on this one I'll do, I don't know, something like that maybe with the clock. I'm just playing, so maybe the numbers. What do you guys think? I like this. Maybe we start with this. But that's what card making and stamping is all about, right? Just kind of playing with it until it looks right to you. All right. The numbers, yeah, I think the numbers would be great too, Robin. So I'm thinking about doing something like this. So maybe we'll do the numbers first. And got black soot archival ink. Okay. Maxie just came inside the room. Hey Maxie, hey buddy, I see you. Yes sir. Hey buddy. All right. And then get some of that excess ink off. And then maybe put this right here. All right. Okay. Let's see. What else do I have? I got this clock here. And I don't have to fill every single space, right? Maybe I will do that whole partial star. Let me think before I lay this down here. I think that'll be all right, right? Just do some partial stars. Let's see. Trying not to over embellish, but sometimes I just do. Looks all right, right? I didn't overdo it. I don't think I overdid it. Yes, I do over embellish, Melody. All right, now that I have this, I'm going to come back in with my scorched timber. I'm not going to put the embossing on this one, but I'm just going to kind of add to this. It's a very, very light hand. All right, so that's the second card, you guys. So now we have 2 cards. Similar, but not exactly the same, right? And then let's trim this. There we go. And then I'm just going to add my glue to add it to a black base. All right. So a stamp set, or I should say digital sets like this are exactly why I got into creating digital images, because if I want to make cards that will complement some of Tim's stamps, you know, he just came out with that Easter stamp. I can create my own, and then I can use some of his stamps to complement it. And what I love about this is with the stamp, you know, one size is what you have. With my digital image, I can size it to whatever I want. So I'm kind of liking that option, of course. All right. So there's 2. What do you guys think? Along with, of course, the original one that I made. Try not to get black inky fingers all over it. All right. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the market stamp. Let me, oh, this one. I wanted to put this one here. I still can. It's an afterthought, but I think it would still work. On my first stamp set, I put it at the top, but this one's going to go right underneath the advertisement. So, you know, the White Rabbit Easter egg die set that they're advertising can be found at number 68 Market Street. There we go. And let's just grab my archival ink. There we go. Okay. Maybe that could have gone a little higher, but that's all right. Pretty good, right? All right, let's play with the bigger one. So on this one, I'm going to use this Curiosity stamp, and it's going to be right there. So let's make sure our stamp is straight, and then we can use our black ink. I'm kind of sticking with the black ink, right? Curiosity. Actually, I think that looks pretty good. I probably don't even need to stamp it again, but I'll just stamp part of that. All right, that looks good. Not sure where we're gonna go from here. Goodness, coughing sucks. All right. Just kind of thinking here what I want to do. We could do more background. We could leave the background just plain if we wanted to. Just looking through what I have here. Sometimes the idea isn't right there, right? It has to kind of come to you. And the way that happens with me is I just kind of look through my stamp sets. I see what I have, kind of contemplate. You know, I don't always know exactly what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'll just put stamp sets down and see how they look. I mean, I don't always know. Let me see how long this is, if I'm going to have to trim it. No, I think I'm all right with that. Okay. So, do you guys want to give me any ideas? I'm open to them. See, this would also be another great top, is this telegram. I'm not going to do it. I just think it's too busy, but I think that would be another good option. Miscellaneous. Let's see. See, I just don't know. Could put a big number 5 there. I don't know why, but all right. Oh, nothing's coming to me. What do you guys think? I guess we could kind of just put some blue around it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Any ideas? I'm still looking. I don't know. I don't know. Destination. All right. So let's. We got to do something here. So let's see what we can come up with. All right, so let's partial stamp this one. I just don't want to fill in the whole background on this one for whatever reason. I'm just not feeling it. right, so there's this one. And then I do have a smaller. I just found this. Maybe I'll do... that right there. Oops, that didn't stick, did it? Okay, make sure that doesn't fall off. Okay, and maybe some numbers. I don't know. All right. What else have we got here? Maybe we'll add some lines. I have this stamp set that has lines. Maybe we'll just do lines. That kind of sounds weird. Let's do some lines. Oh my goodness. All right. Not really. We're not really doing lines. We're making some lines. Oh boy. Okay, so thinking maybe I will pull this off and just trying to decide what I'm going to do here. Oh, maybe I'll do the Harlequin. Put this one back. All right, yeah, maybe we'll do this one. Okay, so again, I'm just going to kind of soft touch it, right? All right. Well, I don't know if that was the right choice or not, but that's what I did. And then I'm still going to add my scorched timber. All right. So that's that one. Again, I don't know if that was the right choice, but that's what we ended up doing. And we will go ahead and put it on black cardstock. Okay. And trim off the edges. Okay. Okay, now we have a 5x7 card that we can put together. So as you can see, just really great options with the black and white image to create the background that you want. So just lots of fun. All right, so let's play with Melody's rabbits. So I've got these guys here, which I think is what I'm going to play with. And what I'm going to do, these guys are silly, aren't they? What I'm going to do is I'm going to add embossing ink, and then I'm going to add embossing glaze antique linen. So if I can stop coughing, that would be nice. All right. So let's make a mess. So let's do all the rabbits. Let's do all the rabbits first. And these are easy to glaze up. I just get my embossing glaze and I just add my ink. And I'm going to do all three of them here. I guess I'm going to bend my ears. Unintentionally, of course. So rather than swiping, maybe I'll just pat it down. This is a juicy stamp. Okay. And then I'm going to get my embossing glaze. Let's see if we can get these little rabbits. It's 1, 2, and 3. All right. And we're just going to kind of go to town here with this. Okay, so I'm just adding antique linen embossing glaze to these wabbits. Okay. This one didn't get enough glaze there. Let's see if we can redip that foot. It's pretty good, right? All right, so there's one. There's two. And where's the other one? It's somewhere in there. And there's three. All right, I think this one needs a little more embossing glaze. Let's see if we can add some of that embossing ink, and then we'll just redip the rabbit. That's pretty good. I don't know why it doesn't want to stick to the middle. That'll do. All right, let me put this back in the jar. Okay. And boy, that's gonna be sticky. Let's see if I can maybe clean this up. I have a trash can right next to me, and I just pull trash out of the trash can. All right, that'll do. All right, and then let's emboss these. Gosh, it almost looks like caramel. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at how fabulous that looks. All right, and of course my my tweezer is stuck now. Let's see if we can get it loose. All right. It's like caramel, but I won't eat it. All right, so let's do number 2. Ooh, it's smoking. Whew. My tweezer is smoking. All right. I'm on fire. Let's do number 3 here. All right. Let's see if we can avoid the smoke, though. I don't know. I think I'm getting too close. I'm on fire. Okay. Come on, come on. Here we go. All right, no fire that time. Okay, I have to take my glasses off when I do that because I want to be able to see when the glaze is melted. All right. So I think that's giving us a glare. Okay, so now that we have glaze on all of our rabbits, the next thing I want to do is I want to add some walnut stain around the edging. So I'm going to go with the first one I did. I think it was this one actually. And then I'm just going to add walnut stain around the edging just to give it a highlight. And don't be shy with your walnut stain. Get it in between the crevices. Probably would work better with this. Let's see. Let's give her a whirl. What do you say? Oh yeah. Thought I cut off his little hand there, but that's his elbow. Okay, so yeah, so you can kind of see the highlight there, right? Just try to do your best. And then let's do the other ones. I mean, some of these rabbits didn't get glaze on the edge, so the ink picks it up nicely. So don't feel like you have to, you know, have glaze on every single edge, because you can always come back in with ink to create a nice highlight. All right. Okay. So we're just grunging up this rabbit, essentially. Okay, here we go. And then we'll do this last one here. I think I have some white in the middle. So I'm reading this book right now, and it's about time travel. I was reading another book, and then I started another one, because I like time travel books, and they go back in time. I guess there's these scientists from the future, and they have these portal gadgets, I guess, that tell you where there's portals throughout the world. But each portal, you can, once you go into the time portal, you can't go right back out to where you came from. So you have to jump around to try to get where you're going. And they found a time portal in Hollow Rock, Arizona. I don't even know if that's a real place. But it's a ghost town supposedly now. And they went back in time, and now they're telling the story. But can you imagine going back to the 1870s? Whew. I mean, you can't, and the thing is, you can't be too smart, right? Because then they think you're crazy. But imagine the knowledge you can take back if you traveled in time. I mean, if I could go back in time, I think I would go back to like the 40s and the 50s, just because I think the world is crazy right now. But I would love to go back to a simpler time. I think right after World War II would be awesome, because, you know, patriotism was at an all-time high. I don't know. It just seemed like a good time. I don't even know if I was at childbearing age right now. I don't even know if I would have a child, just because the world is so crazy. But it's good. I like time travel books. They're a lot of fun to read. All right, so there's my rabbits, guys. And now I want to use use any of these really, but let's start with this one. All right. Let me just, maybe I'll leave that. But I don't, let me see, old paper. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do the edging with. I don't want to do it in scorched timber. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. It's pretty good, I think. Just enough to edge it up. And that was old paper. Let's see. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit of walnut stain. I don't know. That's pretty good. All right, and then we're gonna add this to some paper. So I have light blue and dark blue. I think I'm gonna go with the darker. So 5x7. This is gonna be a 5x7 card. Let's see, so, and got inky fingers. And I'm gonna need to trim this. So that's just too much. Maybe I'll do light blue and dark blue. Okay. Okay. So this is one of the pre-printed backgrounds in the digital kit. All right, so let's give it a little bit of an edge here. Let's see. All right. A little bit of an edge. And then that'll go right onto the darker blue. Let's see here. Yellow would have been good too, I think. It's got kind of that yellow tinge. All right, so that's pretty good, I think. What do you guys think? It's a nice layering, right? You guys are quiet today. at that. That looks good, I think, right? And then it's as easy as adding your little bunny rabbit. So I've got a few rabbits here. I'm trying to just decide which one I want to use. On my first card, see, I did that in red. I did the larger rabbit, so maybe I'll do the smaller rabbit on this one. And I did pop it up. Trying to stay awake. All right, that's fair. Okay, so we're going to pop up. We're going to pop this guy up. So I just got some foam tape here. And find my scissors. Let's see. Just cutting down my foam tape. There. Add a little bit up here. I think I have dots too. Probably would have been a better idea, but oh well, I'm already committed to this. And oh, maybe we should add a little wink of Stella to him. See, I'm pulling out all the things that I don't use very often. Because I said if I don't use them, I'm going to get rid of them. So I have to at least attempt to use my stuff, right? Let's see. Where can this go? I don't want it to show through. All right. And that. Now I have a lot of little pieces I need to get off. Where's my pick? Oh, well, I guess we'll use the fingers. So all these little pieces now I have to take off. Okay. All right. This one. Is that off already? These little ones are hard to get off. All right, let's see if we can get a little help here. There we go. And then this one. All right. Oops, that came off completely. That goes right there. Okay, I think that's good. Let's hide this one though. I have to just cut off a little bit. All right. And then we'll just stick this guy right here, right in the middle. And then if you wanted to, I guess you could put a little bit under those feet, right? Let's see. I know they have the double foam tape in thin strips. But of course, if you're a lazy crafter like me, you just cut yours down. All right. Okay. Let's put this under the little footsie. There, perfect. All right, that's pretty good, yeah? And then you don't even have to add anything else. I mean, you can if you wanted to add some numbers or something. Let me see what I got. Let me just take a quick browse at my numbers. Let's see. Hey, Jay. All right, so I think, I mean, if you wanted to add a number, you can, right? And let's go red, so that way it matches the red, you know, the red color on the ad. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't you hate when that happens? Okay. What did that stick to? All right, let's try this again. All right. Let's see if this can maybe not fall off. Oh, it's not cooperating. All right, so we're just going to stick that right there. All right. So we did get some red ink right there, but you know what? I'm not going to sweat it. So yeah, you could add stamping, or if you have remnant rubs. These are Halloween, so I don't think they probably would go well with what I have right now going on. But you could add, I don't know, you could add remnant rubs. I don't think I will. I think I'll just kind of keep it simple and add it to my card base. But yeah, just easy cards to create with this set. Let's do one more maybe. Let's use these ads and then we'll call it a day. What do you guys think of that? We'll do one more. All right, so let's just cut out these mini advertisements that were part of my kit. And the glosses go up so I can see. And these ephemera pieces are from actual vintage egg coloring sets. That's what's nice about a scanner and Photoshop. Is you can reproduce the paths, right? Alright. Okay, so there's that one. Max, what was that? That's a big yawn. Alright, and then this last one here. I think I saw on Tim's Instagram, Tim Holtz, that he just got an original one of these. I think he said he found it on eBay. I think he said that. But him and his collection, right? He's got such a huge collection. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and just grunge this up just a bit. Grungy, grunge, grunge, grunge. And then we'll put it on a card base. So I guess I need a white card base. And then I'm going to use this rabbit. So let me get a white card base here. Let's see what we can get going here. So I think I want to just add a little bit of background. So let's do that. What do you say? And then I need my water spray, my mister. Okay. And then let's just add some background real quick. Okay, so that was old paper. And then what else should we use? Let's see. Maybe crushed olive? I don't know. Colors we haven't used in a while, y'all. Move that around a bit to get better coverage. There we go. That's better. That will have to do. And then, I don't know, let's trim this just a bit. So, just a 1/4 of an inch. And then I want this to look a little bit more organic, so let's get one of these background stamps. The one I want to use is that one I was sharing with you earlier, this square one here. So I'm going to use the same, oh yeah, let me see how this works. Just to give it some texture. I know it looks like a hot mess, but remember, we're going to be covering this. so don't fret. All right, and then let's just get some brown. All right, so let's see what we can see here. So, just background. I mean, you don't have to use them all. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just do something like that. Kind of want him to stand out a little bit more, though. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll do the smaller one. Let's see. Okay, let's add background to this. Don't want my rabbit to get lost in that green. Your cat approves of my colors. Well, that's good. All right, I think I like that. So it pops just a bit, right? So let's see if we can. I don't know. Let's figure this out, y'all. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like this. And then the small rabbit. I'm thinking the small rabbit. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe this. You know, it's one of those things where when you see it, you'll know. You're watching with your sandwich. All right. Maybe that can just go right in the middle with my rabbit. Something like that. Maybe pop him up. I kind of need some stamping or something, don't you think? What do you think? Ooh, what if I did the telegram? Nah, it's pushing it, right? I just kind of feel like I need something. Maybe put that like that. I don't know. Well, just, I think maybe I'm overthinking it. All right, so let's just add that right in the middle. And then this guy's gonna go right here. little bit. And maybe we'll do this market one. Let's see. I'm taking a chance not using my Misty, but let's get crazy, right? All right. That is just so not visible. So why are we using these? I don't know. We're just gonna, I need something to break up that background, I think. And this was the first thing I saw. Okay. I'm just going to do that. Why one? I don't know. But that's what we're doing. Sticky, sticky. Gosh, can you guys hear Max? Maybe darker on the bunny edge. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so let's just put that. And then this guy's gonna go here. I'm gonna pop him up. Okay. All right, that should work. Okay. It still want to stick down there. All right. My pop-up foam is sticking to my thumbs. Let's see. All right. And then that'll go right here. to put something there, but I don't know what. Got these green stickers, maybe. Let's see. I don't know. Notes. Right there. Just something to add a little bit more contrast. Since we're going with numbers, I'll add another number. Why? I don't know. I'm just because. Just sometimes you just add stuff. I don't like that there though. Maybe I'll just... something like that maybe. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Well, you get the idea. I'm gonna just add more darkness to this edge. Maybe if I add poor bunny rabbit. Okay, and then this will just go on a card base. I think black probably, right? We'll save that for another day. All right, let me, this is right here. Let's do this. All right, I think it came together. Boy, whew, took me a minute to get this one going, right? But I like it. I think the bunny and the background were too similar, so I had to find something to offset those, and that's why I ended up adding that turquoise around that, just because I needed to separate that bunny from that background. So sometimes matching your colors can actually go against you. Just something that you want to be aware of. But then, you know, we saved it, right? I mean, we came back in and we were able to save it. In fact, I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to add a few stars. Because again, I still think that background is too green. So I'll just come in with some stars. I think that'll do it. All right. I'm happy with that. It took me a minute, like I said, to get there, but I got there. And I'll find the lid in a minute. All right, so guys, that's it, I think. So we made several cards. We made 1, 2, and the black and white ones are somewhere around here. Where are my black and white cards? Well, you guys remember them, right? The small black, oh, here they are. All right, so here's the other 2 cards we made. So hopefully you guys got some ideas for the new kit. It's called Vintage Easter Ads, and I know I played a lot with the black and white ones. I think these are my favorite. but I did want to add some colorful ads for you. So hopefully I gave you guys some good ideas. And thank you to Melody for sending me these little bunnies. I appreciate it. They were fun to play with. And check out the new set. It is in the shop. And if you need to make some Easter cards, there are some print and glue face cards out there that will be really easy for you to create some fun and vintage cards. All right, everybody, we will see you next week, and I hope you all have a great week. All right, bye.